This show is brought to you by BetUs.com. Sign up now using my link and you'll get a 125% sign up bonus on your first 3 deposits plus 10% gambler's insurance. More opportunities to bet, more chances to win, and you get a fair payout with your winnings. BetUs, where the game begins. The No Bull Tour could be coming to a city near you. Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Luc Longley, who were the members of the Bulls dynasty in the 1990s. Of course, Scottie Pippen won all 6 NBA championships with Michael Jordan. Horace Grant won 3. He was on the first three-peat with Jordan and Pippen. And then Luc Longley, he was on the last three-peat with Michael and Scottie. They decide they're going all over the world with this tour. They're starting in Longley's home country, Australia, and they're going all over the world with this tour, telling their memories from what it was like to be on those 90s Bulls teams, and also give out some things that weren't shown in the critically acclaimed documentary The Last Dance that aired in 2020 on ESPN. And guys like Scottie definitely felt that the documentary painted them in a bad light. It felt, Scottie at the time felt like that it didn't paint an accurate portrayal of him. It made him look like the bad guy of the story. And also, he felt that a lot of his former teammates threw him under the bus. Horace Grant also felt the same way. And Luc Longley, he wasn't even featured in the documentary, which I thought was pretty disappointing, that they didn't get his perspective in The Last Dance. I don't know why. Maybe they felt like they didn't need him, or maybe he didn't want to do it. Nobody knows. But now they feel like they need to tell their side of the story on what it was like playing with Jordan during the 90s, and also what are things that were left out of The Last Dance. Now, a lot of people have given them a lot of heat. People are telling them, oh, they're bitter. They need to let it go. Oh, why are they bringing this up now? Why are they bringing it up with Michael Jordan? Oh, he helped them win these championships. But guess what? It wasn't just Jordan. Man, look, I got mad respect for Jordan, but y'all need to stop romanticizing this dude and trying to make him larger than life, like he did this all by himself and no one else did it but him. Guess what? It's a team sports, folks. This ain't tennis. This ain't boxing. This ain't MMA. This is basketball. You need 5 players on the court to win. Okay? Nobody does it by themselves. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're one of the greats or if you're just a role player. They all needed each other. And in some ways, Scottie has been disrespected by a lot of people due to the fact he had his marriage troubles, which was stupid because it had nothing to do with what he did as a basketball player. Yes, his wife is a 304, but that has nothing to do with what Scottie did as a basketball player. I mean, come on. Man's a 6-time champion. He's in the Hall of Fame, one of the 75 greatest players of all time. And some people did disrespect him. And also, in some ways, Horace Grant, his story has kind of gotten twisted. He didn't really get his side of the story in The Last Dance. And Luc Longley, like I said, he didn't even get interviewed. So this is his chance to finally tell his side of the story. Look, a lot of y'all criticize them because they're going after a guy that y'all love so much. Look, some of y'all paint Jordan as this dude who did nothing wrong. But on the flip side, y'all paint LeBron as this dude that's done everything wrong. But Jordan is not perfect, and a lot of y'all are just romanticizing him, making him larger than life, because to me, it's made him this mythical figure over the past almost 40 years. Excuse me. But Jordan had his flaws too, just like Scottie has his, Horace has his, Luke has his. He's not perfect. And these guys, they have a right to tell their side of the story, just like Jordan had the right to tell his in The Last Dance. So is that, there's three sides to every story. It's not just one. But the reason why a lot of y'all want to hold on to The Last Dance so much, because y'all want to romanticize Jordan and y'all want to romanticize that whole era. But guess what? It ain't all perfect, just like anything in life is. You think everything's perfect on your job? No, it ain't all perfect on my job. You're going to have your ups and downs with your coworkers, just like you got ups and downs with your family and friends. So, look, if these dudes want to tell their side of the story, they got a right to, just like anybody else. And I don't think it's them being bitter, it's just them getting their point of view across. Since they didn't get a chance to do it in that documentary, this is the tour that's giving them opportunity. Giving them that opportunity. So, I mean, why are y'all so bent out of shape that they're doing this tour? They're not harming anybody. They're not sitting saying, asking for a hit to be put out on Jordan. They're just saying, hey, we played with this dude for a long period of time, and this is how it is. It ain't all what y'all think it is. It's funny y'all going at these dudes, but y'all don't call out Phil Jackson for dissing Michael and Scottie, and y'all damn sure didn't come at Phil when he wrote a diss book about Kobe after he, left the Lakers the first time. That's the first time I ever heard of anybody writing a diss book. We've all heard of diss tracks, but Phil wrote a whole diss book on Kobe, and y'all didn't say nothing. But now y'all going at these dudes because they may have critiques about, a player that they played with. I mean, we all know Michael from what we saw in the games. We don't know what these dudes encountered and experienced with him, during practice or on the team planes and whatnot when they were on these long West Coast trips. So I think, they're going to tell some things that ain't good, but I don't think they're going to tell everything that's all bad either. So look, some of y'all got to get off this trying to just over romanticize Jordan, trying to over romanticize the 90s, because guess what? It has its flaws, just like these players today in this era has its flaws. None of it was perfect. And I'm going to definitely go into that later, because I'm seeing a lot of that on YouTube and social media as a whole, where a lot of people are just over romanticizing, the old school. And I love the old school, but I'm not going to over romanticize it either. And y'all should definitely not over romanticize Jordan as if he was flawless. And just these dudes are just the most flawed. And y'all just calling them soft. Oh, they weak. Because guess what? They all needed each other. Just like Pippen needed Jordan. Jordan needed Pippen. Because neither one of them won a championship without each other.